Today we have 5 more interesting, funny, and scandalous stories from the world of esports. Why does Gabe's son hate Dota? Navi's scandal ad, and why esports players can't have sex. Esports Stories on the Couch, Episode 2. Here we go. Gabe's son hates Dota 2. Gabe hasn't been active in Dota lately. He doesn't go to TI anymore. He just makes stupid videos at home, and he doesn't play Dota anymore. He is now more interested in new technology, such as Steam Deck, VR, and neural interfaces. In 2021, Gabe said that sensors could change gaming by making games more realistic. They will also help people with sleep problems. But what about Gabe's family? We found an interview with Gabe's son, Gray Newell, on the Valve News Network in 2018. He promoted his game Fury.
I'm Gray Newell. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Natir LLC. We're a startup working out of Seattle, Washington on a game that we've internally entitled Fury.
Some of his statements. Gabe Newell played Dota 2 against bots in 2018. Gray played against real players. He said he stopped Dota after 2,000 hours. Gray said he became dead inside. CS 1.6 main mascots. The 2 commandos in the main menu of the original Counter-Strike 1.6 are memorable even to those who never played the game. They appeared on fan art. They were redrawn in different styles. These 2 guys are still associated with the series even though they were not ported to CSGO or Source. For a long time, no one knew who they were. It was only in 2023 that Ming Lee, the creator of CS, revealed that they were his developer friends Dave Riller and John Guthrie. Both have been working for Valve since the late 90s, and before joining the company, they worked on Quake. Dave is a game designer who has worked on Doom, Quake, and Half-Life, created maps for Counter-Strike, and still works for the company. In his free time, Dave enjoys flying airplanes and music. John Guthrie has designed locations for Quake and Half-Life, one of which he designed in 48 hours with no sleep. He has also worked on maps for CS Source. John left Valve in the summer of 2017. Ming Lee said that both developers were huge CS fans. Only their eyes were taken from the developers for the art, and Valve designers drew the shape and patches from scratch. According to the creator of CS, they are completely fictional and do not belong to any real Special Forces unit in the world. True CS fans will recognize them just by looking at them. Navi scandal ad. Let's start with a story that has nothing to do with the major, but is unknown to many modern fans of Navi and esports. At the beginning of 2013, Navi released an unusual advertisement for their hoodie featuring Polina Logunova, an actress who at that time often appeared naked for various projects, such as XXL Magazine. We can't show you that, but we can show you Navi's ad because it's published on YouTube and you can easily find it yourself.
Друзья, рада вам представить новый реглан Navi, скажем, обновленным скорее.
Back then, esports was not as tolerant as it is now, so Violet, for example, could criticize video like this. In response, Polina advised Vitaly to shut up because meeting with her man could be traumatic for him. After another exchange of rudeness on Twitter, Sergey Mikhailov, Polina's husband at the time, weighed in with his opinion. He explained that the video with Navi hoodie did not contain anything provocative and was just a work and a way of expressing herself. According to Sergey, Violet crossed the line by publicly insulting his beloved. He had no right to say such things about a stranger. According to Polina's husband, such an act is unworthy of a man. It didn't take long for Violet to respond. Caster explained that he did not mention Polina at all in his posts, but only criticized Navi's actions to promote their products. The owner of Navi, Zero Gravity, did not stay away from the scandal either. He stated that Polina was the best esports host in Eastern Europe and that there was no worthy replacement for her. Zio, who was working in a Navi's PR department at the time, admitted that the idea was his team's and he considered it a failure. Is LGD Gaming a plagiarism? LGD Gaming appeared in 2009 under the name FTD, For the Dream. In the same year, the team started to attract sponsors. The first partners of FTD were SGTY, a Chinese game publisher, and LGD, a company that produces sauces and soups. Thus, FTD became LGD SGTY. Soon, the partnership with SGTY ended. From that moment on, we can start the story of LGD Gaming. LGD is an abbreviation of Lao Gun Dai, which means old grandfather or godfather grandfather in Chinese. It is a company that produces all kinds of hot sauces. Why is it interesting? LGD is an almost complete copy of another more successful LGM company, Laogan Ma. This name also has many translations, old godmother or grandmother. LGM Laogan Ma is now worth more than $500 million, and of course it has plagiarists. One of them is Laogan D, a former sponsor of LGD. They say the sauces taste almost identical and have very similar packaging, but there is one big difference. LGM is sold in 30 countries in Asia, while LGD is only sold in China. The owner of LGD is not at all ashamed of the plagiarism. We count money by hand, and Laogan Ma weighs it on a scale. The partnership ended at the end of 2011, but they decided to keep the name. Several INTAs have worn the LGD logo on their uniforms despite the official lack of a partnership, most recently in 2017. Sexor winning the major. 5 trophies and the title of the best team of the year. This was the year 2023 for Vitality. It was the best season in the club's history. One of the secrets of their success is, of course, Zaiwu, the strongest caster of the season, but the captain of the team shared another secret. This life hack is giving up sex for the duration of the tournament. Here's what Apex said in an interview. At Vitality, we have very specific rules to maintain our bubble, especially during important tournaments. Our families are not allowed to stay in the same hotel as us. We don't have sex during the tournament, it's forbidden. We have a few minutes to see our loved ones, but basically all communication is with the team. We tried to spend as much time together as possible. In the proc room, outdoor activities, walks in the morning to really stay in our bubble. I think that's what made us strong. Apex stresses that this is not a fad, it's a matter of discipline. It's the same as following a daily routine and not being late for team meetings. That way the players are not distracted and can concentrate on the game. Preparation for major tournaments and the tournaments themselves are too stressful to spend time on anything other than training and team relations. Viria had a similar situation. Art talked about it in his stream. And what about masturbation? Here's what Fair had to say. The problem with the ban on masturbation is easily solved. I'll tell you a fact, but no names. There was a guy on our team who could even masturbate in a porta potty before a game if he needed to, and he became the best in the world twice. Although he was embarrassed to reveal the player's identity, everyone understood who he was talking about. Only one player had played alongside Fair and become the world's best cue baller twice, Coldzera. Marcelo himself laughed, as did the rest of the Brazilian national team. We even made fun of him, recalls FNX. Did you catch a little boy with a penis in his hand? Fair joked back. It seems that everyone has a different approach to combining sex and playing CS, and while the ban on meeting with relatives and girlfriends during important tournaments can be explained by many reasons, not just intimacy, masturbating during games is not a problem. That's all for today. What did you think of the second episode of Esports Stories on the Couch? Would you like to hear part 3? We have another unusual story about Navi. If you are interested, write in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good game!